Ta-da! Alright,
Mr. Morgan246, thank you so much for linking Sauron's Guide, another great guide for new players to look at.
I'm going to link the chat bands in the Twitch chat. The chat bands, they are Nidalee, Kha'Zix, Teemo, and Jace. Thanks for playing again, Team Fishy.
Team Fishy against Clueless.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know how well they're gonna do because they've got Half-Hearted, they've got Science over there on that team. They got BB Pop, who I've been hearing all sorts of things about that guy and his Quinn play and some other stuff. They've got Wolfer and they've got Taeyeon on their team.
I'll go for that.
And they it's to earn, guys. Wait, that's the wrong stream. Okay. Let's talk about those chat bands real quick. I'll go over those. And Dragon Wake, we are a partner channel on Twitch. And okay, chat bands. The bands are Nidalee, Kha'Zix, Teemo, and Jace. Let me introduce the tournament, you guys, real quick before we get on with explaining that. This is the DominateDominion.com League of Legends Dominion Tournament number 56. 56 weeks of consecutive Dominion broadcasts, and the tournament has been here for every single one of them. It has perfect attendance. It's going to be on the Principal's Honor Roll and everything. It's fantastic. This tournament is free to enter. You don't have to pay anything. All you have to do is bring some friends, sign up for the tournament, and just register and say, hey, we'll be there. And then all you gotta do is show up, play your games. If you were going to play Dominion anyway, why not have a chance at winning some RP while you do it? You might get your game cast by me. You might get your game cast by Genericke. You might get your game cast by someone who's neither of us for some reason. But you can say to your friends, hey, I play competitive Dominion. I know what's going on. Now, let's get into the chat bands here. I'm going to talk about the ones that were done in the chat. I'll let you talk about the ones in the lobby. Let's go over them as best we can here. I'm trying to find a nice balance in between the in-depth and the super short. Nidalee, Kha'Zix, Teemo, and Jace were banned in the pregame lobby. There's 10 bans in this tournament. We let each team do 5. Now, we have Nidalee, whose poke is insane. If you want to try and capture a tower, and Nidalee is anywhere nearby, you don't get to capture it. You just can't. You have to wait for someone else. She completely shuts down a person's ability to capture a tower one-on-one, unless you can get to her and kill her, because every time you go to try a cap, she'll just throw a spear at you. Plain and simple, she keeps people from capping, and she does a lot of damage. Her poke is great, and she gives sustain to her team with the heal. Kha'Zix, his burst damage single target is completely ridiculous. He can jump over some walls that other characters can't because of Evolved Leap. And he's got the stealth games that he can play, and with the plentiful amount of terrain that there is in the middle of the map, that stealth goes a lot longer than you think. When Kha'Zix first came out, we're like, whoa, guys, Kha'Zix, his stealth turns off and on, this is terrible. Actually, it's just fine. And the more that we've played it, the more we've seen that Kha'Zix is tricky to kill and front loads a lot of damage. Teemo, a highly mobile character who provides good map control, and he has a blind. He has good damage, he has a blind, he has map control with the mushrooms, and he's fast. Every single one of those things is something that you look for in a Dominion champion. Teemo is just one of the best characters by far in this game mode. And Jace. Jace is another highly mobile character just because of the way his kit works. He's fast. Acceleration Gate speeds up the team too. Shock Blast, great for poke. He also can throw down in melee as well. So he kind of does a little bit of everything, and he's really kind of tough to kill. You can't slow him too well, because then he can just turn to gun form and shoot you, or get the gap closed with that jump in and hammer slam thing. So he's just annoying to deal with, and it's easier to ban him out than have to do with him. Now we got 6 bans that were done in the lobby. Why don't you talk about those?
Alrighty, so with Trundle, I have a video that I'm going to link into the Twitch chat from Yes Man Kablam when he was playing Trundle just after the rework. Trundle's rework has done so many good things for him. It's kind of cleaned up his auto attack animation. He has so much sustain now. His ultimate is on such a low cooldown. It gives him tons of sustain on top of his passive. It also gives him the enemy's armor and magic resistance. Trundle bot lane is just so nasty. Any melee he goes up against also loses to him. Wukong is their second ban, and Wukong is a really strong tanky DPS champion. He's probably one of my favorites. He offers a great teamfight presence with his ultimate, his Cyclone, which knocks people up into the air and does a lot of damage. He's really hard to pin down because of his clone stuff, and he also has an armor shred for his own team to capitalize on. So he's really dangerous to have on a team, and as a tanky DPS, he's just got such a solid kit overall, that he's just such a great asset to any team. Lulu is a really strong support on Dominion, and in my opinion, I think she's the strongest support on Dominion. She offers a lot of teamfight control as well. She herself is very slippery, so if you want to kill her and kind of pin her down, it's not going to happen. But also, she does so much for her own teammates. If you think one of her teammates is going to die and she's nearby, all of a sudden they have like plus 300 to 600 health and another 270 shield on them. That ally is not going down. She's so nasty to play against, and she's just so great at supporting her team. Kassadin is probably the reason why we're getting map-specific balancing on Dominion. He's so overpowered. His mobility is insane on this map, but on top of that, it's impossible to trade with him. He just riff walks in there, silences you, slows you, and you got nothing on that. There's nothing you can do. You need a whole team full of coordinated crowd control to take him down, and it's just not worth it. He's way too strong. Amumu is a really good tank on Dominion. Not only is he tanky, but he also has a lot of damage on him. He's got % health damage to deal with other tanky champions. He's got really high base numbers to also kind of screw with the squishier champions on the enemy team. He also has a lot of team fight presence. So his Banish Toss is a really great stun, but his ultimate is a huge AoE, like 2-second pacify. It's so nasty, and it just sucks to go up against. And then finally, Zyra. Zyra might actually be a targeted ban here, because Half-Hearted is well known for his Zyra play, as well as his brand play. But Zyra also offers a lot in terms of team fight control. Her ultimate goes down, it's a crazy knock-up. She has a lot of damage, she has some decent poke, and a lot of long range. So overall, a really solid champion to ban, and really strong mage overall. So yeah, those are the bans.
Looking at the picks here, we see Half-Hard on Elise. Elise has good damage, she has a stun, she's also hard to kill in fights. We have Malzahar, who comes with a silence and a spooky dog that can attack you and harass you from quite a range. Xin Zhao, who has an airborne and just a lot of damage. Xin Zhao, you dash in, you hit all your buttons, you get really strong, and they get really dead. Thankfully, Xin Zhao is easy to control, but if you're not paying attention, he will just come up and kill you, and it's really bad. Malphite, great tank. We don't see as much of him as we used to see in Dominion now, with the game being more figured out. But Malphite, always a solid pick, very strong, very durable, attack speed slow, AoE airborne. Those two things about him are great, and he also has really good chase. We're seeing BB Pop on Quinn. He's been playing a lot of Quinn recently. Guys in Dominion chat might know about that. Quinn has a blind, some good speed, gives vision, ranged 80 carry damage, good to have. Twisted Fate has a stun, has a slow, he has a teleport. Fizz just vomits damage uncontrollably. He has a dot, he has an airborne. He's annoying to kill because of Playful Trickster, and he's quick on top of that. Lee Sin's a great brawler, durable, can stand and deliver. And we're seeing Brand, who has a lot of AoE damage and a stun. And then lastly, Thresh, Thresh's character we actually don't see very much in Dominion, just because the way his passive works isn't necessarily too conducive to gameplay. He has abilities that are really good, but it's difficult for him to build up souls in this game mode. He has a fair amount of disruption with the hook. He's got a great stun. The hook stun is amazing. It's one of the best ones in the game, I think.
Oh, it's nasty.
Because its duration is just brutal, and it moves you on top of that. The box, I find, is a little bit underwhelming as an ultimate, but you can use it to zone. And the lantern, man, that thing is really underrated in this game mode. You throw the lantern down, people pick it up, they move to you. He's great for helping people bail out of fights. Proper lantern use is what separates good Thresh players' allies from bad Thresh players' allies. Because Thresh doesn't have anything to do with it. He just throws it down. It's up to them to use it after that. And let me go ahead and intro the game here. This is the round of 16 game. This is going to be Clueless versus Team Fishy. Big welcome back to Beware to Fish and Team Fishy. It's good to see you guys compete again. I loved you last time you came out and played, so I'm excited to see this here. Clueless is the team on the top half of the loading screen here. We have Half-Hearted playing as Elise, Science playing as Malphite, BB Pop playing as Quinn, Taeyeon playing as Twisted Fate, and Wolfer playing as Fizz. This is the DominateDominion.com League of Legends Dominion Tournament number 56. I'm one half of your casters this week. I am Gandair, and casting with me is...
Generic. On the other side, I believe it's Team Fishy.
Yes.
We have Beware to Fish playing Malzahar, Kefa playing Warring Kingdom Xin Gummy Glenn playing traditional Lee Sin, Gandair and MB playing Deep Terror Thresh, and we have Kaizero playing Brand.
Alright, now in the chat, this is something I like to do before every single game. I want you guys to post who you think is going to be the first champion to die. I want to know what you guys think. It looks like we're going to have Half-Hearted going bottom, so it looks like we're going to have Fizz, Twisted Fate, Malphite, and Quinn up at the top. And on the other side, it looks like we're going to have Thresh, Brand, Xin, and Lee Sin. Actually, Xin Zhao and Lee Sin synchronize really well with each other. Xin Zhao is airborne, keeping him in place, and Lee Sin's ability to chase if someone does get away. So, I actually like that combo a lot. It's a good thing that Wukong was banned, because Wukong goes with both of them really, really well, too. Take a look at these starting items. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Mal's opening with a tier. That's pretty standard. Looks like Half-Hearted's going for a no pro item. BFT components first.
Huh.
And we'll see. I'm also happy to see Twisted Fate in this game. I want to see someone get Twisted Fated. The last time we saw a good Twisted Fate in a tournament was Toodles played Twisted Fate in a tournament and saw some sick plays there. Big fan of that skin. So he's a character that I'm going to be keeping my eye on. Him and Thresh. So let's go ahead and follow these two teams up to the top half of the map here.
One thing about Taeyeon is that he's actually a really good Twisted Fate player. I think that's pretty much all I ever see him play, and every single time I'm just like, oh my goodness. I'm normally not afraid of Twisted Fate ever, except for with him. He's so good with him.
Blue team has captured the quad.
Going up there first, a little bit of card throw right there. Stun going out on Thresh, a little bit of exchange on the way up to the windmill. Top of the map here, good shot from BB Pop there, doing a little bit of damage. See Thresh with the shield right away. Now that shield's going to make them kind of harass resistant up here at the top, as long as you can keep throwing that out. The problem here is Twisted Fate is really good poke. Kefa goes in really early off the bat right there, gets burst down very, very quickly after extending away there. And it looks like Nguyen MB is trying to get away, but gets stunned by Twisted Fate, though, unfortunately. Half-Hearted picking up all the kills in the game right here. Going for a game-opening quad. Spider quadra kill. Half-Hearted came to play today.
Blue team has captured the windmill.
He's got it. And then bot lane, what we saw Fizz versus Malzahar. Fizz was being very aggressive against Malzahar, whose early game is a little bit weaker, but right now they're both even.
Ooh, nice dive in there by Lee Sin. Half-Hearted trying to escape through the enemy team. Not going to work, unfortunately. They were able to catch him and take him down. Half-Hearted does have his revive, though. He does use that to get back on the field right away, and is already back heading towards the top part of the map.
So far, some pretty good engages right now from Team Clueless. We see a lot of jungle control from them, too. And right now, Team Fishy has no option other than to try and push the lane and then get to top lane if they can. So Elise going from behind, using spiders, getting engaged on by Xin Zhao, but he gets stunned by the cards. And that's all that's going down for now. They're still chasing them because it's a 4v3, so Team Clueless can push their advantage. We see the Twisted Fate ultimate go down. He has a stun. He's going for Lee Sin.
Tags Lee Sin.
Down. The Brand flashes away. Looks like he's going to be safe. Oh, spoke too soon. Looks like they managed to pick up the kill. And now Quinn is chasing after Thresh. Going to see if she can get the clean up there. If not, we do have Twisted Fate and Malphite who can kind of help them out.
And those two stuns right there from Elise and Twisted Fate, keeping Lee Sin from being able to close and interrupt Malphite. Quinn tries to get in, but is not able to do so, unfortunately there. And the two stun combo from Elise and Twisted Fate, really, really rough now that I saw it in action right there on Xin. So he was sweeping back down towards the bottom half of the map. Mal's able to pick up a kill, but where the fish taking down Wolfer's Fizz here. But
a really good job.
Yeah, at least coming in
He
from
is gonna
behind
get
him.
spidered.
At least kind of low on health right here, but Mouse is also really low on mana, so he's not really going to be able to finish that off, I don't think. If Half-Hard does get too close, Boar the Fish can take him out, but Fizz is doing a really good job of sticking. Going to pick up that kill right there and head back up towards the upper hand of the map. Brand coming down here to cover. Good awareness by Team Fishy. Someone died. They need someone down here to cover. They had a good retreat up there, but they were unfortunately caught out. They got their drill back, and now they're falling back from the top point. Once again, taking a lot of damage here from... Oh, Kefa goes in, tries to connect with Quinn, though, gets blinded. Unfortunately, Quinn has that blind. You have to be careful of it. It's difficult to dive her for that reason. And Twisted Fate now pursuing the Gandair and MB away from the middle of the map. CV goes down, lets them see exactly what's going on. And he might be able to get away right there. Yeah, he's just outside of card range because he's moving. But where the fish comes up, kind of chases Twisted Fate away. Brand down in the bottom lane right there, getting caught. Two-man gank going down for him. Does get the point neutral, however. And Miles is on his way back down. Tan's Twisted Fate up here at the top, cleaning up the creep wave. And Miles is actually going to go ahead and keep this neutral down here at the bottom lane. I don't know how long he can keep that way. No, it looks like he's going to go ahead and fall back. Doesn't want to try and get sandwiched between Elise or Fizz again.
Really impressed with the play so far right now from Team Clueless. We do see Lee Sin trying to chase after him, but he isn't quite able to. Minion blocks him. We see Kappa going in. However, he gets stopped, and Twisted Fate ult going down. Science coming with the Malphite ult. Knocks all three of them up. Speed Pop coming in for the cleanup. Lee Sin goes down. And Thresh is the only one left. Half-hearted engaging onto Brand. She does take a lot of damage because bugs are weak against fire, but ultimately she does manage to take down Brand.
It was an excellent setup right there. Malphite with the AoE Airborne, enabling Twisted Fate to kind of go in safely and pick a target without being able to be focused the moment that he arrived. So good team effort right there. AoE Airborne into Twisted Fate Ultimate. And now he's going to go ahead, he's going to use the cards to keep Xin away. And Malphite's been the one doing all of the capping this game. His team has been really good at keeping people away from him so that no one's able to connect and get interrupts off. This is the second time they've picked up the drill, but they're just going to go ahead and fall back from it because they know they can't really keep it. Malphite going to go ahead and recall. Twisted Fate looks like he's going to go for a little poke, seeing him lining up right there. Don't line up on the tower, guys. The Gandair and MB is going to go ahead and keep Twisted Fate away. The box goes up, but Quinn comes in as well. I don't think he was prepared for that to happen. Thankfully, he is able to stay alive through that. Twisted Fate with the gold card there, throwing a little bit of a stun on Bran, but there's really no follow-up to it, unfortunately. Quinn not looking to dive that. Bran has a stun, and a stun to the face will shut down Quinn.
Really impressed with Twisted Fate. He's really good at picking the gold cards at the exact moment that he needs them, and just being so disruptive. We do see a lot of engage and damage being taken by Thresh. However, there is a decent pickup from Twisted Fate. Thresh does not get away, and Brand has a lot of damage on him. So you're going to have to back off while Team Clueless.
Oh, that's a very unfortunate place to get stunned at.
Bot lane, we see Xin Zhao versus Fizz. Fizz dropped his fist on Xin Zhao, but Xin Zhao is too tanky, so Fizz has to back off.
Yeah, did not really get the damage that he wanted to get out of that. And the map presence from Clueless so far this game has been very, very solid. They've stayed very active on the enemy side of the map, keeping them from being able to get out and away from things. Another great ultimate by Malphite right there, keeping people back away so that Fizz can cap, making sure nobody gets past in order to get to that bottom tower. And Board of Fish now, Malphite zoning him out away from the rest of the team there so that he can't get in there with the... I don't know what that ability is called, but the thing that silences.
Call of the Void.
There we go. All I know it's a line effect, and it is a multi-target interrupt, and it's great for interrupting captures on this map.
It's also such a strong skill, because it also has a 3-second silence on it at max rank, which is one of the longest silences in the game, and in an AoE.
Xin Zhao taking on Quinn over there. Uh-oh, Twisted Fate coming in from the back, gets him with the stun, takes him down. And he is going to get picked off, unfortunately. Fizz in the fight there. Another great stun.
Beautiful gold card from Twisted Fate onto Brand. It looks like Mousehar's going to come down. Be a pop there as though to respond and kind of keep Beware to Fish away from Wolfer and Taeyin. Taeyin and Wolfer kind of poking down Thresh. Managed to take him down. Fish lands onto Beware to Fish. Through Thresh. Amazing fish from Wolfer. Really
I'm pretty sure that he is convincingly aware of the fish currently. great cards by Taeyeon all game long.
Oh, yeah.
Twisted Fate is a crowd control machine. The only downside of Twisted Fate is that if you can get to him, you can kill him quite easily. He is very easy to send back to the summoner platform by applying a little bit of DPS. The problem is he can machine gun out those gold cards, especially when you have the cooldown as memorized as he has.
Oh yeah. For sure. And I think it's like a 2-second stun on something ridiculous like a 4-second cooldown. That's so disruptive. The only thing that kind of stops is the fact that it does cycle through the cards. But if you're really quick on the draw and you can get that gold card almost immediately, that doesn't even matter. You're throwing out gold cards like mad. We do see Bebop going on to Keppa. Lots of damage being taken by Bebop. However, Malphite is there to help her out and make sure that Quinn lives, and they do manage to take down Xin Zhao. Bot lane, we saw Thresh trying to make a play for the bot point. However, Taeyeon and Wolfer were there to respond, and they're chasing him away. Wolfer chasing him down. He might be able to pick up the kill.
He's just waiting on cooldowns, waiting for one more dash to come up. I think he should be able to seal the deal on that, but no, Brand shows up. Wards him away from that. Good guy Brand helping out his support right there. However, Boar the Fish getting multi-man dived on the tower right there. Airborne comes off, eats Brand for breakfast. Wolfer finally picks up that kill on Thresh they'd been looking to get. He just had to go through a couple of other people to get to it.
Looks like we're going to end this game very shortly with a 4-cap for Team Clueless. However, Lee Sin is top lane responding at the windmill.
Quinn is a
Bebop
very
is coming
fast
on
character,
Quinn.
though.
She's gonna stop him, and she has a way to blind the blind monk.
You made Lee Sin blinder. That's not very nice, Quinn. Why would you do that? Chased him down right there. Quinn picks up the kill on Lee. They have the drill right there. They were able to get that back. But unfortunately, the stuns this game, Twisted Fate and Elise,
So
great
crazy.
at catching
So
people
difficult.
all game long, setting up kills for Quinn left and right. Overall, good team comp, good play from Team Clueless.
One thing I would like to point out for Team Fishy is that while they didn't do as well this game, they did their homework. Because if you notice, they have AD Malzahar, they had all of the right chat bans and stuff. I really hope this isn't the last we see of them. They also have Clairvoyance. I think we could see some really good plays from them. Team Clueless has some amazing players, like Half-Hearted, Science, and Taeyeon are like some of the best Dominion players in the game right now. So I really hope we see more of them, though, in other tournaments, maybe against some of the other teams, too. Because I think they could easily challenge Team Amputees or Fatmy Too Heavy.
Yeah, they're just looking at the way that they are in this tournament from the last time that I saw them. Their knowledge is a lot better than it used to be. It was also really cool seeing Thresh used. Like, the lanterns were spot on in a lot of those instances there. And the shield that it gives is just excellent. Multiple times in that game, we got to see the lanterns from Thresh buying people extra time, stopping those KBs from happening. I saw twice where Twisted Fate, tagged someone with the stun, and they only lived because they had a Thresh shield up. And they did end up getting picked up later, but it bought them that extra 10, 12 seconds or so for someone else to have to come in and pick up the kill the rest of the way there. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to find you guys another game. We're going to go on to the round of 8 here. I'm going to look under the fridge because I think that's where the cat batted the game. And then I will come right back and put that